welcome. This is not just another Talking Head Gaming Edition podcast. Today we talk gaming. Today is going to be mostly about the latest Nintendo Direct that happened last week. I know I'm a little late to the party here, but I figure I'd talk about it anyways. So just first up, let you know, it's probably not going to touch every single thing, just certain bits and pieces of it. And I'm no expert as far as inside gaming or anything like that. I'm just a fan. I'm giving you my opinions, my thoughts, my dreams on gaming and in general. So we're going to start off. They started off announcing Star Fox Zero on the Wii U. It looked fairly interesting. I mean, graphics are nice. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't mind Star Fox games. I didn't get super into them. But I don't know, if I find some money, I might pick it up. You know, branching paths throughout the story, not just one straight linear, which is always nice to have options. And the game will also come with Star Fox Guard, which is more or less looks to be like a tower defense. You control cameras, block enemies. Fairly interesting. And then next up, we're gonna say they had Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Summer Olympics. Yeah, I mean, they always look fairly interesting. You know, they have rugby sevens in this, which I like because I enjoy rugby. That's a pretty cool sport. And yeah, rhythmic dancing. Wow, that was yay. Anyways, yeah, no, if I find the money, I'll also pick it up. That comes out on its own on Wii U, and it also has a 3DS version. The Wii U is June 24th, and for some reason, 3DS comes out on March 18th. No, it will be fairly interesting. I will like that. And next up, there's a JRPG Tokyo Mirage Session, and it's Pound FE, but they called it Sharp FE, so let's just go with Sharp. Alright, anyways, it's I don't know, you're a fucking musician or something, and it's a JRPG. It's no English. There's only Japan voiceovers. They'll have English subtitles because it's based in Japan. That was their theory, and it'll cost a lot less to bring it over. So they figured, what the f, right? Anyways, Noah, I'm fairly interested. I'm not 100% sold. I don't know. Yeah, it's a little confusing because you're like a musician and you're battling on a stage against these epic monsters. You know, graphics looked friggin' awesome. I gotta say that on that trailer. It looked really good. My only problem is I hate reading. I'm terrible at reading, especially when there's not controlled and they just go, and I get so far behind, I just throw the controller. It's like, fuck. Anyways, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to pick that up. That does look very interesting. I do enjoy the RPG style, so. And, yeah, anyways, that's out on June 24th, so I'll be looking forward to that. And then they showed off Lost Reavers, which is, I guess, a free-to-play. Looked more like an free-to-play action RPG style. It, will be somewhat interesting. I don't have much to say on it. Yeah, just like a traditional action RPG it looked like. There's nothing else to say about that, I guess. Anyways, that's April 28th is the original. I think the open beta comes out about a week before that. And then one point that was somewhat disappointing coming up next was the Paper Mario Color Splash. And I've scratched my head because it looks a little like the Sticker Star, which I unfortunately did purchase, and it was not anything like a Paper Mario I expect. I need, you know, Paper Mario 64, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door style JRPG. I don't want Sticker Star. I did not enjoy Sticker Star at all. I just thought it was terrible. I didn't like the fact that you peel the sticker. You had to use the stickers to battle. Then you run out of stickers and you're fucking screwed. And you're trying to hoard the good stickers, and you have all the good ones, and you have no bad ones, and I don't know, I just didn't care for it. But I will keep my mind open for it. I know there was that one part in this trailer for Color Splash where there's the world over map, which is part of the things you don't like. I didn't like. I know there are others that aren't a fan of it. I know it worked in Mario RPG for Super Nintendo, but it doesn't work the way they've been doing it the last few years. So I'll keep an open mind, but we will see how everything works, I guess. Yeah, that's about it for that. Pokken tournament fighter game, whatever. I'm not into tournament fighters at all. Could be interesting if you like it. And they talked about Twilight Princess HD, amiibos. They had a web series going on about it. Yeah, it's a thing. They've just released Twilight Princess on 3 consecutive platforms, systems. Yeah, if I find some money, I might pick it up, but I'm not gonna rush out to get it. And they basically said, yeah, my Nintendo's here, go pre-register, get your shit going. Yeah, they didn't really say nothing else about my Nintendo at all. They talked about the new Nintendo 3DS Virtual Console now supporting the SNES games. Pixel Perfect Mode presents your games in the original resolution. It's fairly interesting. I mean, really, if I want to play them, I'll probably play them on the original, the way I got them, if I have them. I don't know what to say about it. You can only play it on the new Nintendo 3DS, the brand new one that just came out, so hey, there's a reason to get the new one. Yeah, that's only if you enjoy Super Nintendo games on your handheld. We'll see what happens with that for me. Probably won't. I don't even have the new one yet because I have no reason to pick it up. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, next up for 3DS, there are all those previous before, Star Fox Guard, Star Fox Zero, Tokyo Mirage, Lost Reavers, Color Splash, Pokken, and obviously the Twilight Princess were all for the Wii U. And we're gonna come out to 3DS stuff. And Hyrule Warriors Legends will have a season pass. There will be 4 DLC packs coming out for that eventually. But they are giving you free shit as well, which is free is always good. If it's free, it's for me. If you do have Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U, you'll get the code to get the 5 new characters from Warriors Legends. Linkle, Skull Kid, Terra, King Daphne, Toon, Link. And you also get a free DLC character for both games coming out soon. It'll be Medley. I've honestly haven't played Hyrule Warriors at all. It just looks a lot like it's basically Dynasty Warriors reskinned. And I didn't mind Dynasty Warriors. But, I mean, gotta spend your money where you have it, and we don't have a lot of money. You can't spend a lot of money, I guess. That's the way it works. If I ever find it cheap, I might pick it up. But unfortunately, it's just the way it is right now. Everything comes out on March 25th. Excuse me. Yeah. No, it'll be interesting. Next up was Bravely Second End Layer. And they basically just talked about how it's a job system and things you can do within it. Well, if you're into the game, you should probably give it a look. It was fairly interesting. But one thing that was somewhat interesting, very interesting actually, is the demo that they release is a separate story. It's not just a chunk pulled out. So you need to go download that demo if you really like the game, because once you beat that demo, you'll get extra content for the full version game. Which is always nice when they throw extra shit in like that. You get a free game to go, and then you gotta go buy the original, and you get more free stuff. Right. Anyways, so Bravely Second End Layer will be out on April the 15th. Up next is Dragon Warrior 7 Fragments of the Forgotten Past. I never did actually play this one Dragon Warrior game. It is fairly interesting. I'll do my best to try and find some money to pick this one up. I'm actually more looking forward to Dragon Quest 8 when that comes out. I really enjoyed 8 on I believe it was PS2. I played the shit out of that game. I love that game. So I'm waiting for that one to come out on 3DS to pick that one up. No, it's yeah, I mean, everything looks amazing. It's 3DS. They basically rebuilt it from the ground, apparently. So yeah, yeah, and all they said was it's gonna come out later this year. So yeah. Alright, and then we had Monster Hunter Generations, which was, I believe, Monster Hunter Cross in Japan. So that's coming over, which is fairly nice. If you're, I really haven't had a chance to play a lot of Monster Hunter games, so I'll reserve that opinion. But I mean, it looks amazing. Anything that comes over Monster Hunter looks awesome. And they will give you more bonus stuff if you played Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. Your save data gives you bonus content, which is always nice when you get bonus content. Usually, just depends on if you're into it or not. So, if you haven't played Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate and you want the new Monster Hunter, you better go play Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. And they basically said that comes out in the summer. And then the laugh out loud moment was Nintendo trying to justify Metroid Prime Federation Force. Basically had to come out and say why this is a Metroid Prime game, because there's been a lot of backlash for people saying this is not a Metroid game. And it's not. It's a first-person shooter on a 3DS. But it was just hilarious listening to them try and justify why it's a Metroid game. I mean, I think they shot themselves in the foot by calling it a Metroid game, because no one wants, not very many people do want this style of a Metroid game. They want a real, the traditional Metroid style. They don't want this. So, yeah, we'll see how well it goes over. It looks, I mean, as far as if you take the Metroid name off, it doesn't look that terrible. I mean, I'm not big into the first-person shooter styles and everything, but yeah, it'll be yeah, we'll just go with that, I guess. And then another one, Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix. Yeah, it's a game. It's a thing. Apparently, a lot of people, enjoy this style. I don't understand at the moment. I've never really played it. Apparently it's, they have other games in the past with this label on it. There was one for, I guess, Game Boy Advance that never did make it over here. So we'll go with that. It's fairly interesting. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna get it, I'll be honest with you. And then the next one was, and they left this for the very end, Kirby Planet Robotic. Yeah, no, it's a Kirby game. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be amazing. I do like Kirby. And Kirby gets to use the robotic tech against his enemies. So you go into the mechanized warrior suit, and you beat the living crap out of your enemies, and you destroy stuff. And it looks amazing, Kirby, as always. And it also comes with Team Kirby Clash, which is a co-op quest game. You level up, and it will include download play, so if your friend has it and you don't, well, you can still play it with him in co-op mode. And it's awesome, and it also has the awesome amiibo support. And it, flash your amiibo on it and you give Kirby your thing. You flash Mario, you get fucking fire. You flash, I guess it's one of the links, and you get the sword. And they're gonna come out with, special Kirby's just for the game. Kirby amiibos for the game. And you flash the one, there's one exclusive to Kirby, you get like the UFO, I guess. No, it's fairly interesting. That'll be out on June 10th. Now we're going to talk, the big thing, when they come out, they started this out, it was labeled as no NX, no mobile. So they kind of, a lot of fire was put out right there. People didn't watch and get disappointed for not having things they wanted. Although there was no fucking Zelda for the Wii U. Totally missed that. Yeah, not even a whisper of it. So, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, there's a lot of things going on right now saying that this new Zelda is going to be just wait till the NX comes out. or it's just they're gonna Twilight Prince it and release it on both. I have a feeling it's gonna come out on both if the rumors are true that the NX is coming out at the end of this year. There's no reason then. Yeah, so it is fairly interesting. We will see how everything works out. But no, I mean, I am very excited about this NX coming up. It should be amazing. It has to be amazing. It has to be top of the line, balls to the wall system if Nintendo wants to stay in the console generations for the future. I am hopefully optimistic that it will be what everyone says it should be, which is top of the line, third-party support. Square Enix seems to have, put their, said, okay, Nintendo, we'll actually help you out, and we'll release our shit on your consoles. And do you see that on the 3DS right now? Square Enix has a lot of stuff, a lot of good RPGs coming out for the 3DS. And apparently the brand new Dragon Warrior, I forget what fucking number it is. It's kind of, when it first announced it, they kind of said NX. Then that was quickly kind of shuffled under the floor. They're like, yeah, too early to talk about NX. It's still too early. Still waiting for them to say anything about the NX. And they need to start saying things sooner rather than later, because things are starting to go too far. They need to start releasing even some, nuggets of information directly from Nintendo, not just third-party rumors. Because rumors don't do nothing for them. They just hurt them in the long run. Because rumors get, blown out of proportion, and then everyone's expecting this super massive computer gaming console thing, and then all of a sudden you get some turd fart. So yeah, it's interesting times. So, anyways, this episode does wind up a little bit shorter than I thought, but it was the first one. So if anyone ever wants to get a hold, ask questions, comments, direct me to some things they want me to talk about, you can always email notjustanothertalkinghead.gaming@shaw.ca. I am the Gamehead. This is Not Just Another Talking Head. And I want to thank everyone for listening. Don't forget, email your questions, comments, suggestions. And I'll talk to you next time. This podcast won't be, at the moment, it'll probably be every two weeks-ish. But we'll see what happens in gaming. If something huge pops up, then I'll be back sooner rather than later. Anyways, hope everyone has a great day. And later.